Hello and welcome to the new section, first lecture on redefining your career identity. In this course, AI-powered career strategy and adaptation. So, in this first lecture, we will talk about how can you redefine your career identity from a role, and that's how you define your current career identity to a set of capability stacks. So, let's take a look at that. So, how do you think you can redefine your career identity, right? Uh, to from a role to capability stack, and also to build your capability stack layer, right? And optimize the capabilities. So, how do you think you can do that? Before we do that, let's take a look at why is this shift necessary to move from defining the role to defining it in the form of capability stack. Now, the traditional career identity, is something like you say, I am a business analyst, a marketing manager, trainer, and this fails because uh, the roles change and they change faster than the skills that you acquire, and the job titles disappear or they change, they mutate, and the AI automates parts of the role, but not the entire capability. So career identity defined in the traditional way is transient. It keeps changing. But if you future-proof identity, in which you say I solve business problems using any combination of uh, human and AI capabilities. Now this makes your career portable across roles. The roles will change, they will mutate, but your career can then keep shifting from one role to another based on your capability stacks. And also, it is resilient to automation because you can build the capabilities, you can shift your capabilities, and you can scale through AI augmentation your capabilities. So that's why this shift is necessary from a traditional careers identity to a future proof identity. Now, what you do today is you deconstruct your current role. And instead of asking, what is my job title? You ask, what do I actually do that creates value, right? And you break your role into decisions that you influence, what kind of decisions you enable, influence, make yourself, the kind of problems that you solve, and the results that you produce. And an example of this would be instead of saying, I'm a business analyst, you deconstruct and say, I translate messy business problems into structured insights for decision maker. So, like this, you deconstruct your current role. Second step is then to identify your core capability categories. And there are four of them. We will talk about each of these and then see how can you build them up. The first one is what is called domain capabilities. This is something that you work on. And examples of these are like a marketing strategy, data and analytics, HR and talent, finance, compliance, product, operation. And these define your business context elements. What kind of business context would you be relevant? Would you be relevant in finance, in the marketing, or operations? So that's the first set of capabilities, the domain capabilities that you need to work on. Second are the human capabilities, which answer why humans are still needed. And here, typically, we need to know that AI struggles with things like, critical thinking, ethical judgment, stakeholder communication, leadership, creativity, negotiation, teaching, and mentoring. And these are very much the human capabilities that protect you from pure automation. The third one is the AI capabilities, which can lead you to multiply yourself. And these, this instead of saying that I know Chat GPT, you need to start saying AI assisted research, AI assisted scenario planning, content creation, AI driven automation, prompt engineering, AI quality evaluation. And these allow you to outperform your peers using the same domain skills because you are able to use AI capabilities better than them. The fourth set of capabilities that you need to look at is the system and strategic capability. How you see the whole picture, the system itself, rather than parts of the system. And this separates the professionals from specialists. Professional meaning the generalist here. And things like, here what you do is you do have end-to-end business thinking. You are able to connect actions to the outcome. You can do risk and trade-off analysis. You can formulate strategy and you can have decision-making frameworks. And these, typically make you hard to replace. So that's the fourth set of capabilities, how you see the whole. Now, having looked at what are the various parts of the stack, we need to start building this capability stack, but your personal capability. Now you combine your strengths across these all four layers. So, instead of saying that you are a marketing manager, you say, I design AI powered go to market strategy by combining customer insight, creative storytelling, and AI based market analysis to accelerate growth decisions. You see, we have very many domains and, we have clubbed together and we have defined your capability stack. And there is a capability stack template that you can use which says I solve, then you say type of the problem, business problem, and then you say by combining whatever is applicable in terms of domain expertise, human strength, AI capabilities, and system thinking, either one, two, three, or many. So that's how you can build your personal capability stack. The fourth would be to map your capability stack to AI disruption for which you are building this strategy, career strategy. So for each of the capabilities, you need to ask, can AI replace it? Can AI enhance it? And accordingly, you need to take action. Say, for example, if your capability is data collection, both the answers are yes, and your action then is to automate yourself rather than anyone else does it. On the other hand, the last one, if it is ethical judgment, can AI replace it? No. Can AI enhance it? Probably, but very little. So you own it. So accordingly, you have different sets of action based on the answers of whether AI can replace it or enhance it. You either automate it, augment it, strengthen it, deepen it, or leverage it. So some examples are given here, but you need to apply your mind here. So the principle there is that automate the replaceable, like data collection, augment the improvable, like interpretation, and own the irreplaceable, like the ethical judgment. So that's the strategy or principle of mapping this to AI disruption. Then you design your personal cognitive augmentation. Now you ask, how can AI become part of each of these capabilities? You want to augment, you want to use AI to strengthen these capabilities. So examples of these are like, if it is research, you can do scanning, summarizing, and comparing with AI. If it is analysis, you can run scenarios with AI, detect patterns. If it is content, AI can draft it for you and you can refine. If it is strategy, AI can stress test your assumptions. And if it is learning, AI can build personalized learning path for your learners. So, after doing this, you are no longer a professional who uses AI, but a professional architected around AI. There's a world of difference between the two statements. Then you rewrite your career narrative, right? So you update how you introduce yourself earlier. Earlier you would say I'm a data analyst, say for example. Now you would say I use AI powered analytics to convert business data into decisions that improve performance and reduce risk. And as you can see here, uh, this shift will change how recruiters will see you, how what it will change what project you will get, and also it will change your career trajectory. You will be on a more strategic and value add trajectory, right? So keep your the seventh thing would be to keep your capability stack dynamic because nothing is static in life, isn't it? Your stack must evolve continuously. Every 6 months, ask which of my skills are becoming automated, Which new capabilities should I add? Which human skills must I deepen? Right. And which business problem is rising in importance? And this will ensure that you don't just react to disruption, but you ride ahead of it. So keep your capability stack dynamic. So how will this address, the job disruption directly? You know, if the role is eliminated, you can shift across roles. If the task that you're doing is automated, you move to higher value layers. If the market changes around you, you reassemble your stack to the market. And if AI also improves, your stack grows with it. So that's how this can directly address the job disruption. How can this leverage the personalized of cognitive augmentation? What you see, you hear, you move from limited by your own speed, memory, and scope because you have certain limitations on speed, memory, and scope of work that you can do. To you move to powered by a personal AI system that is you and your cognitive partner AI that extends your thinking, learning, and execution, and you become a human plus AI composite professional, right? So that's how this leverages personalized cognitive augmentation. The final thought. What is the final thing that we can say before we conclude this course? The job titles will come and go. Technologies will evolve, and they're evolving. But a well designed capability stack continuously augmented by AI turns your career into a resilient, scalable system, not a fragile one, right? So that's the final thing we would like to leave you with. So what's next? What do we do next now? In the next lecture, we will take a look at how do you build that, how do you capability stack across four layers that we talked about, right? So thank you so much for watching this first lecture on redefining your career identity. I hope you're continuing to learn new things, continuing to enjoy, and I do look forward to see you again in the next lecture. Please feel free to message me if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer your questions and do download the PDF file to take a look at anything that you need.